Hey guys, welcome to Coma Pirate Radio, where we as esoteric pirates slide our boats together, throw the ropes, tie the knots, and talk about the maps. If you're new to Coma Pirate Radio, you might be wondering, what is an esoteric pirate? Well, if you identify with being a pirate, typically, metaphorically, you have your own ship, you have your own boat, you have a very small crew, you use the water and the air to move your vessel, and you follow the stars. There's a lot more to it than that, but if you study anything esoteric, you might be interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, any multidimensional thinking. There's so much to the word esoteric as well. So, if you're new, thank you so much. Check out the rest of my content, like and subscribe. I am a hermit that has been like metaphorically out to sea for most of my life, and now I've got things to share and things to say. I'm used to mostly speaking to good friends, animals, and family. But now with this channel, I would like to, they're telling me to. It's not even that I want to, it's that I'm told to. And if you know anything about spirit guides, you might understand what I mean when they're like, do it, press record now. You've got things to say. So here we go. I am here with the Solar Party Paradigm cards. These are cards that I channeled and created and made on my computer, on my iPad. They come in a nice box. You can order them on my website. What they told me was that this system, this new paradigm, is gonna let you be able to understand astrology on a more intimate level. Okay, so we got to get started here. There's a lot going on, and this is an episode of Cosmic Dialogue. Now, we're going to focus on the sun, the birthday kid. Happy birthday, Aquarius. All right, this is the main character, the hero. This is who the party is for. And there's a lot going on with this birthday kid. One of the biggest things right now is he is in conjunction, arm in arm, with the DJ. So this is definitely making him more talkative, right? Like if the birthday kid, a giving, powerful energy right next to the DJ, of course he's going to want the mic. Hey, I got stuff I got to say, you know? And they are in Aquarius. All right. So now we get to visualize these characters. This birthday kid standing with the DJ, getting closer and closer. They are masculine. They identify with being a little bit more on the masculine side because they're so giving. The sun is a giving force. Mercury is more of a metallic force with air. And it's got Virgo, so, it's kind of an androgynous character. But the Aquarius, because it's pouring forth water, is also that pushing masculine energy. Now, they pour water out for all thirsty beings. It's a very sacrificial, giving, bringing the diversity of the party together through the union of air and water. Now you can see these cards are really good also to, they're flashcards, and you'll be able to learn the symbology a lot easier, the symbolism, right? The symbols. You'll be able to really understand them so that when you look up astroseek.com and you see all of these little symbols, you'll know immediately what they are. It makes it easier to read. The interesting thing about Aquarius is it is an air sign, but the sign is water. So a lot of people think it's water. That's why it's rainbows. Air and water make rainbows. All right. So we have this really awesome, dynamic birthday kid talking to the DJ, thumping and pumping with the rainbows. All right. Now he's in trine, and you see this card here. BFFs. These guys have each other's back. If one has a problem, the other one will come to their aid no matter what. So now we get to feel that, your BFF, you have one? All right. Who does this birthday kid with the DJ have as a best friend? Well, the boss, the owner of the venue. Yes, please. Thank you. I got you. I got you. And there's two bosses because he's in Gemini. So if you want to know the party changes because these guys move and shift pretty rapidly, We've been tracking them as humans for a long, 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 long time. And for us to be able to really get to know them better, to bring back their energy, to use their energy better. This is just a paradigm. It's not the only paradigm. It's not the best paradigm. I mean, personally, it's my favorite, but it might be your favorite too. You can check it out, see what you think. But anyway, so now we picture this boss, two bosses at the party. What do they look like? It's another masculine energy because it's air. Blue skin and appears as two. When positioned near a door, they stand guard. They have the power to bring the higher self in union with the lower self, merging the two perspectives. We've got the two perspectives. Now, you can see how, with the information here, we have not only the energy of bringing duality together through water and air, but now we have this energy of bringing diversity, the higher and the lower self, the two together through merging of the perspectives. So with the boss, that's a lot of energy. If you want to manifest, manifest abundance. If you want to talk about abundance, right? Jupiter's the biggest one out there. He's golden. All right. But this sun has some more relationships going on. A quincunx. What is a quincunx? This little symbol? This is what it is in the solar party paradigm. These guys have nothing in common. They don't even know each other. It's the stranger danger energy. I mean, it could, this I feel even more than a square. And the square is red. I don't know why this one's green, but this one I feel should be red. But anyway, introduction takes time, and patience is needed for them to harmonize. Now, who is this with? Mars, the jock. Okay. And Mars is in a feminine Cancer sign right now, very emotional, very watery. So we've got that relationship going on. Now, this is cosmic dialogue. So first we've got to envision who we're talking to. We've got to introduce everybody before we get to the cards and find out what they want to say. So we have a square here. This is what I was talking about with the red square. It's frustrating, and it's tension because this is the relationship. You might be able to feel this relationship. These guys are old friends that are always getting each other in trouble. There's a lot of tension between them. They need therapy to harmonize. But when they do, they build a very strong foundation. A square is hard to move for better or worse. Now, better means, you use it when you don't want it to move. Worse means you might want to use a circle. And if you're trying to use a square, it's not going to work. It's not going to go well for you. So it's very frustrating. But when used correctly, this aspect can be very positive, like anything, right? If you've already passed the lower dimensions and you're up here, you know that it's all in how you use what you got at this point. We're going to survive. And who is this with? This is with the moon. Now, this is the birthday kid with the moon. Like, are they not always getting each other into trouble? I mean, this one's like, I'm a reflection, and this one's like, well, I'm the real deal. I'm the birthday kid. Well, I'm the mirror. Who's the mirror? Who's looking at who? You know? But also with the tech guy. Now, if you do any kind of social media, you should definitely get to know Uranus. For real. This is the electrical engineer, the social media manager. They maintain systems and algorithms. This planet does. The energy of this planet does. Electricity, technology, mysticism. Study this planet. This planet sits on his axis. This is a very unique planet, unlike any of the others. I mean, they're all unique, but this one is showing his ass. So I will always pronounce it as Uranus. Just what it is. This guy's always looking for the right moment to press record. Now, this morning I did a short video, and it was like, press record now. And I was like, I don't want to press record now. I hadn't even drank my coffee. Press record now. Press record. Now, my Uranus is in Scorpio in the 12th house. So he has a hard time figuring out what to do and where to do it and what's going on. So let's get on to who wants to speak. Okay. So we have the Sun and Mercury, and we're going to give them both, since they're in conjunction, since they're together, and since they're masculine, we will talk to the unicorn cards, and we will give them each a card. All right. So, well, I don't need my glasses. I mean, I don't like how the ring makes my glasses, but everything's blurry anyway. All right. We'll talk to the Sun first because he's the birthday kid. Birthday kid goes first. Or does the DJ announce the birthday kid? Birthday kid, you're first. All right. The 9 of Swords. Oh, look at that unicorn. He's all chained up. Oh my God, the chains. Well, I read tarot in my own way, as I do everything my own way. You'll notice pretty different than everybody else. The 9 is the end of the line, the last call. It symbolizes that moment in a race where you see the 10 The 10 is right there, but you're not there yet. You're not quite at the completion. It is time to give your all. Everything, okay, goes into this. Aquarius, yes, just pour all of your water, all of your emotions into what you're doing. Yes, thank you. And it's air, but it's air. Aquarius, like, come on. Throat chakra with the DJ, right next to the DJ. He's like, I want to share it all. I want to pour my knowledge into you. I mean, if your cup is not open, there's a lot to that. Because it depends on who your cup is open to. But it is very important to be open to receive if you want to receive, or do you just want to push, right? I mean, of course, we need to do both. It is a push and a pull, right? So the sun right now is pouring information down on us. And it is the time to receive, if that's what you want to do. So, Mercury, the DJ, the messenger, the lyricist, the racketeer, Apollo, Hermes, the entrepreneur. I mean, the DJ's trying to make money up there with the music, dominating the emotions with the music, with the messages. I mean, he's circling, he's the closest to the sun for one, and he's circling around as fast as you can go. He's fast. Ooh, so what do you have to say? And he's in Gemini. Well, no, he's not. He's not in Gemini, but he's got Gemini and Virgo energy. So he's in Aquarius. But anyway, all of the energies can be felt because we know that our personalities are dynamic. They're multidimensional. We have a lot to us as human beings, as aliens, especially, that are now understanding that we're just like aliens in a human body, right? So, all right, we got to get on to this conversation. People have very low attention spans right now, Mercury. All right. The 8 of diamonds. I can't even grab it. Oh my God. The 8 of diamonds. Fast. The 8 is very, very fast. It's the movement. It's the oceans. It's the tsunami. It is the change. A little bit different than the 5, but it's, I mean, the 4 plus 4, right? You've got 4 on each side of the 8, which is really stable. And if you can think multidimensionally, it doesn't sound like nonsense. If you're an esoteric pirate, you can understand code. Now, why is code important? Why is fewer words important? So that you, as your own channeler, as your own interpreter, as your own observer, can come up with your own understandings of these symbols. The 8, you can feel it instead of having, 10 books on the shelf. I mean, I do love a good library. I mean, I'm reading 5 books at a time most all the time, with a couple of audiobooks thrown in there, pushing the information into myself, And now we have the diamonds. So we have earth, the material. I mean, if the DJ wants to say anything, he is screaming about what's going on in the world today. We we're like uh messing up the whole entire planet, you know? I mean, the DJ at the party is the one that's like, yo, the cops are here, everybody run. Who are you going to be listening to? That's important. What party you're at, and this is multidimensional. Okay, so this is all metaphor. Metaphorically, what party you're at, when the shit goes down, whatever the DJ says, whatever DJ that you're listening to, what messages is your DJ giving? And if they're beneficial to you or not, there's a lot of DJs and all of them are great. And not one or the other is better than the other. Every DJ has a different style. And being able to pick and choose which DJ you like the most, especially when it comes to, maybe the end of days. And we don't just listen to one song. We listen to quite a few DJs, maybe 3 or 4 DJs. It gets kind of too much if you have too many DJs that you're listening to, and then it can kind of get, confusing. But if they're all pretty much on the same page, 5D, 6D even, then you're on the right frequency. And the movement, we got to start talking about environmental stuff. And that is the number one reason I'm doing this. Because it's not, I don't really like people that much. No offense. It's the planet. And what? Am I trying to save the world? I mean, you could help me by liking and subscribing. Maybe it might be a little bit easier with more than 100 views. All right, Mercury, you've been saying a lot there. You really have been saying a lot. I know you really are really passionate about the planet and the wild spaces. 50% of the planet should be wild. No roads, no government, wild. No, it's not, and I'm not talking about a government run state park. I'm talking about wild spaces. Well, how are we going to do that? That's a whole nother topic that if you want to slide your boat next to mine, and then we can sit around a round table maybe as the water is sloshing us around, and we can talk about some maps and we can talk about figuring out what we're going to do about it. Okay? Who else wants to talk? I think Jupiter. Because we've got, we're on 20 minutes now. So, Jupiter. Let's listen to what Jupiter has to say, and we'll stick with the masculine deck. The unicorn deck. 2 bosses in blue. They're very hopeful. This Jupiter, this boss, the owner of the venue is wise. How do you think he got all the money to buy the venue? He has the abundance. If you want to go to any of the planets for a loan, it's probably not going to be Venus. She likes to spend all of her money. Okay? Sorry. Jupiter is the one that you go to ask for a loan. It's just, the sun, the birthday kid. The birthday kid has a lot of presents, and maybe you want one of the presents. But anyway, Jupiter, what do you want to say? All right, the 6 of diamonds. All right, we've got another Earth. He wants to talk about the Earth too. Resources, maybe? abundance. What exactly is this diamond to you? Is it just a diamond ring to show on the screen? Or do you really understand the concept of like blood diamonds and like, really? I speak to the crystals. A diamond is a crystal. Maybe you should leave it in the ground. I mean, there was a time, yes, that we could abundantly pull out all the crystals. And this is something that's really coming strong recently because, like, every time I see a video, I've been talking to crystals more and more in the past 7 months I've been here in the States. I've been accumulating crystals, talking to crystals, going to gem mines, going to gem, like crystal stores, and really absorbing some, quite frankly, interesting information. Jupiter, do you want to? I mean, he wants to say why he's got the abundance, but anyway, when we use our resources, sometimes resources are plentiful and sometimes they're not. Spring and summer, or not spring, it's spring and winter, right? Like the harvesting, a farmer knows this. Let's say that. Farmer, shepherd, anybody that works with this earth knows that there is a time when we have an abundance of a resource, the water. But in the dry season, you might want to be a little bit careful with the water. But in the rainy season, you're abundant with it, right? Like it comes and it goes. Jupiter is in Gemini. There's two bosses. It's back and forth and back and forth. So we, as human beings on this planet that's having a hard time right now, might want to be very careful with the resources. And what are we doing with the resources that we're pulling up, right, out of the ground? All of these resources, it's interesting that they're dug up. There's a lot to that. Unleashing a lot of dark, heavy energy. Now, the opposite, Gemini, is the light, the higher self and the lower self. So we've got this light, airy, ether feeling, and then we're pulling up all of these heavy metals and fossil fuels, all of this dark, deep, nasty shit from deep within the earth. Okay? Non-dualist here. It's whatever, but Jupiter in Gemini definitely wants us to at least look at this. Six, the lovers. Can we say 3 plus 3? 3, the sacred number. 6 is, 666. What into numerology? This is not a 101 numerology. This is not a 101 esoteric channel. This is like, I'm just going to speak in code and you figure it out for yourself. The 6 in diamonds with the boss, 2 bosses. All right. Anybody else have anything to say? I mean, I feel like the tech guy and the moon are in Taurus. It just brings me to the being grounded and glamorous, the cow. The moon and the mystic are both, let me just read this. This is the feminine energy. So right now the moon and the tech guy are feminine. They have green skin, tattoos of leaves and filigree, large motherly features. If and when she dances, it's slowly. They have night vision because their third eye, the bullseye, the third eye is open and can see the truth of material reality. We were just talking about resources. Of course they wanted to talk. Of course Taurus was like, hello? You want to know something about resources, do you? Why don't you talk to a cowboy? Taurus. The cows? I mean, would do the moon and Uranus, and they're square. They're square right now with the birthday kid. So, like, come on. Does the birthday kid not have a difficult relationship with the resources because he gets all the gifts? Like, really? Um, the birthday kid has an abundance of gifts. Is he going to keep it all for him? This is the square. Let's just dive into what the square might feel like at the party. Resources. Everybody needs food, but the birthday kid is not like giving it out. I mean, he's in Aquarius. So I feel like he could. But with the square, with the mirror and the tech guy, it has more to do, this square has more to do with what you're looking at in the mirror. Where did all these cards go? What you're looking at in the mirror and what you're putting on social media. Figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card because you guys, for real, nobody's, you guys. The moon, it'll just be both the moon and the tech guy. This green Taurus picture. What do you want to talk about with the square? What do you want to say about the square? Okay, yeah, the Four of Wands. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. There we go. I don't got my glasses on, so it's blurry to me wherever I am. Anyway, okay, fire goes back to the birthday kid with the fire, with all the fire, the passion, maybe the and it's interesting in Aquarius with the sun being fire and Aquarius being air, but also humidity. Let's think about that. Like it's humidity creating the rainbows. The fire could have a hard time. Square, right? The fire, it's hard. Have you tried to light a campfire in the jungle in the rainy season? I have. I've lived in Costa Rica, and when I moved there, I moved as deep into the jungle as I could before they colonized it and paved the roads. But I went pretty deep into the jungle, and I definitely worked with the fire, all of the elements. And this four is that stability. You keep on moving. You stabilize. You make sure that the fire has a dry ground, which a lot of times, you have to raise it up a little bit. You build a fire on top of some boards or a wire, and you're able to light the fire easier, manage the fire. I used to cover up the coals because if it would just keep on raining on the coals, then I wouldn't be able to light the fire the next day. But if I covered it up with a big sheet of tin or something like that, then I was able to light the fire to keep the fire going. Now, this is with the mirror, looking at yourself in the mirror. Keep on going. It might look like nobody's looking with 100 subscribers, but maybe, you're starting this YouTube channel, you're trying to, and a lot of us, dude, I know, a lot of us are not doing this just for the money. That's the whole point. That is what puts this channel in a different category. All right. Yes, we all want to make money, but we are not doing this for the money. I didn't press record for the money. I've got enough money to pay my bills and to do what I want to do. Yeah, of course I want to make more money, but I didn't press record for the money. I'm doing this for you. Whoever wants to listen. Whoever has, I don't know, oh God, whoever has 40 minutes of an attention span that wants to actually listen to the stuff. And now I feel like Cancer Mars is too emotional and she's like, feels like she's the only feminine in here and she's Mars, so she has to have a card. And she's feeling really upset because she's like, you don't even freaking know me. You don't even know me. My Mars is in Cancer. I lead with my masculine. I'm a girl. I have a girl body, but I lead with my masculine. And this guy is like the birthday kid. The son is like, you don't even know me. So, what do you want to say? And you know what? I'm going to pull out of the dragon deck because the dragons are the feminine. The unicorns are masculine. You can figure that one out yourself. But, my 9-year-old daughter doesn't like the idea that the unicorns are masculine, but you can't deny the fact. Dragons definitely have this feminine holding the fort. You feel those wings going over the babies, Anyway, dragons. And it totally, Cancer Mars. I love Cancer Mars. Cancer Mars is like my favorite Mars, and they say it's not a good placement for Mars. Again, with the esoteric piracy, this is a channel for people that's like, maybe, I love astrologers, don't get me wrong. Like, I've got, well, I only know one name that I really, really like him. And then I've got like another 2 astrologers that I even watch. And I only like 2 or 3 tarot readers online that really tap into me, right? And the messages. But this, we do things differently. So, what do you want to say? The Jack of Diamonds. And this one doesn't have the pretty pictures. This one is just the pretty picture on the back, on the face of it. But now it's interesting that it is the feminine and then it comes out with Jack because it's an androgynous character. Mars is the sacred masculine in a feminine sign, which gives him that fluidity. But here is a Jack, which is like a young, in the way that I read, again, there's all different kinds of ways to interpret this, but for me personally, the Jack is just a young squire that is aspiring to be a knight. Masculine or feminine, guy or girl. You talk about like Mulan and stuff. Like, if you're a girl and you want to go to war, you kind of have to have masculinity to you, right? And I'm not, the energy of I want to go to war Mars, the god of war, is a masculine energy. This, and we've got diamonds. So it's like young. Wait, this is a whole new revolution. This is not the French Revolution. This is not any of the revolutions of the past. Now, we can say that all the stories are already written, but this is telling me that this is a new story. We get to write it for ourselves. This is a new revolution with aliens. Like, they weren't talking about the aliens in the French Revolution. Like, for real. We have got climate, weather, shit going crazy. We have got, as magicians, you want to worship the elements? Let's start taking back some of the weather, right? Or at least playing with the energy. There's a lot there, but we can't talk about all of that right now. Stay tuned to Coma Pirate Radio, and we'll discuss everything. But on topic, because that's important, the topic is environmental issues, esoteric wisdom, astrology, which is esoteric wisdom. Anyway, this Cancer Mars has the ability to kind of disappear. He's got a crab exoskeleton. I didn't even read this card, so now I need to read the card. Feminine energy has blue skin, tattoos of water and waves and the moon. They clean everyone's karma with the strength of nurturing love, creating a protective exoskeleton with salt around the entire party. Now that kind of starting to feel a little witchy now, isn't it? Benevolent, romantic, emotional, nurturing, healing, and sensitive. As Mars, the jock. This is the jock we're talking about. So start to picture the Letterman jacket. He's blue, feminine, with tattoos of water and waves all over him, and the moon. You can't tell if it's a him because it's kind of like got girl features. Really makes you want to get to know him. For me, anyway, I'm a pirate. I like that kind of thing. I am that kind of thing. So, yeah. And, the Coma Pirate Radio is also, I say, like a lighthouse. Cancer, I've got Cancer Mars, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Jupiter in my chart. And I'm like, I am building a lighted house for esoteric pirates, anarchists, spiritual anarchists. Maybe you don't feel like you associate with somebody that, doesn't look a little bit scary. Tattoos or crazy haircuts or whatever it is, right? I mean, you kind of can spot a pirate. You can spot a pirate really easily, and a lot of times they've got one eye covered. The birds, the treasures, the maps. Anyway, there's a lot with the pirates. So if you like this episode, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And whether you're traveling physically or mentally, because it really is the same thing, may it be in love and light and shadow. And don't forget your magic bag. It has lube to get you through the tight spots, wax when you need to hold on, rope so that you can tie yourself to something, a knife so that you can cut it loose if you need to, a compass so that you know the way. And there might be some other stuff in there that you might need. Maybe some matches. I don't know. Thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful day.